All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Cut.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Ready.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, we ain't giving up nothing today.
1st and 10, Stick. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well.
Ready, break.
Hard for them to throttle down and leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Please grip.
On 2nd and 10, it's Stick. Well, that's complete to Sanders. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Ready, 18, Gator.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Shoot.
General West.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. Raiders have got him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Protein spill.
56, check 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Mike 56.
Let go.
To try again after the sack. Stick. And he's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Two-jet bomber.
Mike. Hey, 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 hey. Kill.
Five.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Topper!
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Check.
Snap.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Got it.
52 by 52. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Check 52.
X3. 218. Chopper. Go.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Hit it.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Finding Green complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike.
Good little play. Once I settle down from this draft and rush and advance my league and everything.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point.
You're going to.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Raiders 0. Mike Badgley to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You gonna see me
Watch the 61. Matchbox lights.
Express. Motion me out.
Raider 9. Hey, Zoo.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
To throw his car. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Blue draw Corkers.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get track.
Hey, 734. 5.
Mike, 49.
Stay with your man.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. It's our time. It's our time. 49.
Carr now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 40.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
3 buzz.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd and a couple, Carr, and finding the tight end Wilson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Down. You wide 8.
49. Hey, me and you all day.
Raider 1.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Yo.
And Carr's going to keep it himself. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Shit.
Check 9.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they can.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On second down, it's Jackson. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Slam, slam, slam.
80 weapon. Shoot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after them.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
Now Jackson.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Set. 90, Wolf.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
You don't want it. Alert 3, alert 3.
Express.
On first down, it's Jacobs. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 48-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
We're good. 180.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly third down territory there if they're stopped. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Let's go, boys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr gives him a shot. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Go, Chief. Express. Hey, Charlie. General West.
58, boys. 58. 58. It's Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
To throw, it's Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So the field goal unit is coming on here. And, boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Here's the Raiders punter now. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now when Sale's out of bounds, the side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Hey, watch the slant. 808.
Smooth.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Hey, let's get this, get this. 50.
Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to Richard, the running back. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Later 9.
Way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
Right down. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You think you're going to get this? You think you... Hey, 734. 694.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Topper.
Switch.
Now Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Check hot route. Hot.
Express.
I got him. He's mine. 58, boy.
White Monday.
Mike. Army. Watch out.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Got him in. It's Brown. Touchdown! Antonio Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's our field. It's our field.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Down. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
I smell fear.
White. New 80. It's up. New 80. It's up.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
It's 4th down.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Matchbox lights.
Snap.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Later 1. Let's go.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check. Lucky. Check 3. Check
1. Later 1. OP.
Jam.
It's up.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Breaks a tackle. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That's it, baby.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Down. 180.
2 right here.
Lie down.
Check.
Go Chief.
Crunch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
The tackle by Derwin James. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Now Carr. That's complete right around the 8. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's second and goal. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Check three, express.
On second down, Jacobs.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He's coming. Double up. He's
What's up?
On 3rd down, Richard. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
But he decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's second down.
Down. 8, read.
50 seconds to Mike. Time to go. Night.
Stick looks to throw. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26.
57. Mike,
This
57.
quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Stick back to pass. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
Recon, 130, go.
On the run, this is Jackson trying to run inside. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
On the ready.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run again with Jackson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
You go tight. You got tight.
You're out.
Fight.
They'll run it with Perine. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
6:37.
Check 52.
Express.
Check 52's the mic.
You ain't going nowhere.
Carr. Got his man. It's Williams. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. 10. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Let's go. Touchdown,
Tyrell
baby.
Williams.
Let's go.
94 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Running is Jacobs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
General West.
Check 24. Check 24.
Raider 1. Express.
Staying open. 40.
Hey, Foxtrot.
49.
93. 93.
Carr going to look to throw. Being chased, and he can't goes down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the sack on first down, Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, let's get in that hole.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the home team here, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
We're going to set. Reset. We're going to set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. 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 We go set. 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 Reset. Set. Set. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. 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 We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. We go set. Reset. go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. Set. Reset. Mark. We go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. Reset. Set. Reset. Go, set. Reset. We 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 go, set. Reset. Set. Reset. We go, set. Reset. Here we go. Go, set. Reset.